On this month's episode, come join us as we visit Lancaster and Elma. First, we kick things off at Adams Garden Center on Genesee and learn all about spring planting tips and where to get your garden supplies. Next, we head up the street to Brazen Brewing and speak with co-owner Drew Schaub about what they have to offer Western New York as we begin to roll into summer. Lastly, we take a drive out to Elma and meet up with some furry friends at Thistle Creek Alpaca Farm. I am your co-host, Judd Laurie, along with Bethany Botzenhart and Marnie Cerrato, and this is Season 2, Episode 5 of Get Housed 716.
Hi, Pod Squad.
Here we are.
I'm Marnie.
I'm Bethany.
And we are here, Season 2, Episode 5, checking out Lancaster and Elma.
Lancaster and Elma is something for everybody, right? So you can get the cute village of Lancaster, which
So
has
cute.
Adorable, kind of more a little historical homes with
And like
walkability to the village.
totally. Ice cream shops, boutiques,
Yeah.
the Opera House, Lancaster Opera House.
Didn't you do a play there? Do I remember seeing you
Perhaps
back?
I might look familiar to you all because true story, was in a show at the Lancaster Opera House many years ago. But my poster may still be on the wall.
Yes.
So everyone should go get your tickets and see. Just tell them that you know Marnie, and I'm sure you'll get some sort of autograph or something. So
Maybe you'll be there early.
no, but they do good work there. They really do.
They do. Yeah. Local theater. There's tons going on. The music store is there. I know that's where we've rented a cello and a tuba for many years for my kiddos. They've got the toy store there, chocolate shop. They've got all
There's
sorts
a lot of
things
stuff.
going on
Yeah,
in
it's a
Lancaster.
cute little main street.
Mhm.
And then there is some larger places to swing by, like where we are right now.
Adams Nursery
It
in
is
Genesee.
gorgeous. It's like springtime, summertime has sprung here. All the vibrant colors.
Exploded. I really can't wait until it actually warms up outside for us to get some plants in the ground.
Yes, absolutely. And Brazen Brewery.
Brazen Brewery.
Yes.
Amazing. And then we're traveling to a little alpaca farm.
I do love alpacas.
I can't wait.
They're very soft.
give
Have you ever
those-
touched an alpaca?
I have, like, from afar seen an alpaca, maybe like at a petting zoo or something like that, but not really up close. So
I heard that they're friendly
Okay.
and very soft.
No spitting?
So
We'll find out.
If they get angry, they could
Oh.
spit, but not like a llama.
Okay.
So I think you'll be okay. Just don't get too close. Give them space. Give them space.
Okay.
Or else we might have a situation.
I love an alpaca hug.
Yeah. So
Something
That's-
for everything. And Lancaster's got something for everybody. They've got great school system. They've got some newer neighborhoods. They've got some older neighborhoods, big houses.
They do that really fun light show
at
during
Christmas time, the parade.
Yeah, during the holiday time.
Mhm.
And like the money is donated to, is it Roswell? Or you know what I'm talking about?
So you're thinking of something
like
different.
the neighborhood.
The neighborhood, Stony Brook, does
Yeah.
an incredible, everybody decorates their houses.
Yes. I mean, that is really over the top.
It's special.
And so grab your hot cocos and go check it out.
We've
But
seen some of those houses around the
Yeah.
holidays. It's crazy.
yeah,
It's
the
crazy.
housing market in Lancaster is hot, actually. So homes are going quick here. They go on the market and they hop right off. It's a great time to sell. It's a great time to buy.
Yeah, agreed. But around Christmas time in the village, they have a really cute Christmas parade too. And I think they have a nice 4th of July celebration. Lancaster knows how to come together.
Probably. Do they have like a Memorial Day parade?
Probably.
I'm sure.
We'll look that up.
Let's just say they do.
We're going to get back to you on that.
Let's just pretend.
Not
Yes.
committing to that one, but we know about the Christmas parade for
Yes.
sure.
Yes.
For sure. And, a nice
And
4th of
yeah,
July.
and the residents of Lancaster they're very proud. They're diehard. They
Yes.
love their village. They
Yep.
love their town.
Yep.
So I love that about them.
I've sold a couple houses in Lancaster.
Yeah.
People really love it. People
Great.
really love
It's a
it.
great place to raise a family. It's a great place to downsize or just to be a young person.
Yes, there's some newer developments. I think Morano has a development over there.
Yeah, it's easy to get to downtown. Yeah, so it's the airport. Convenient.
It's very central.
Yeah, really central. So
it kind
cool.
of spills over into other areas.
I'm
Clarence
excited.
Is right here.
Yeah.
Elma, right here.
Go Lancaster, Elma. Woo!
All right, well, let's take a look at these gorgeous plants. Look, I mean,
these are very tall. These plants are taller than you.
Starting the season with a hibiscus this big. I mean,
how long do you think they've been growing these for?
Wow, I don't know.
They must have been in some secret warehouse.
Right.
And then it's like, feed me Seymour. Who knows that show? Judd, what do you think?
Son
is standing beside me. Yeah. So, but these are beautiful. Look at this. What kind of plant is this?
So Judd is definitely a plant expert. I am not always a plant expert. I know like your begonia, but I don't think that's a begonia. I could definitely use a little education on the...
Let's go see if we can find someone that works here.
Okay.
To help us out.
Deal.
Okay, we'll be back.
Thank goodness we were looking for some garden help and we ran into Paul. He's the general manager here at Adams Nursery.
Hi, Paul.
Hello.
How are you?
Good.
Good.
How long have you been with Adams?
I've been here, let's see, total of probably 5 years.
5 years.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And so if people want to come in and shop, they can obviously just pick out plants that you have. But you also offer services as well for planning and landscaping too, right?
Yep. We have a landscape division that will take care of pretty much anything from lawns to cleanups to installs, pretty much everything.
So if you're like me and have no idea how to even go, like where to start with my lawn or plantings or anything, I could call you and someone could come and help do a consultation or...
Yep. Yeah, we can do that right in-house too. So,
a
lot of the people that we deal with are, first-time homeowners or don't really have the green thumb, but you come in and we can answer.
Guilty.
We can answer all those questions. A lot of people, can't take all the information in at once, so we're gonna write everything down for them, and they come back and figure it all out.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yep.
Right? And I know I've been here and sometimes I need help because some are shade plants, some are sun plants. So even with just the seasonal plants, you need to know where in your house they go, in the front of the house or depending on what way your house is facing.
Yep.
Or plants inside the house.
Or inside of the house, yeah.
Right?
Morning sun, afternoon sun,
right?
Bright light, filtered light.
Yeah.
Houseplants are a little different than, annuals and perennials because no air circulation. They're different. It's a different climate because it's going to be a steady 70 degrees in, the wintertime.
Right.
So you're not going to have the air circulation, so things don't do as well as other things do. So
how many plants do you have in your house?
Mine? Oh, I have. I have pretty much have. I do. I know I have 143 elephant ears that I plant in the ground and I dig up every year, and I put in the basement, and I winter them over, and then I do the same thing every year.
Wow!
Take them out of the basement.
Judd, did you hear that? That's a commitment. That's a commitment right there.
Judd's got a garden that's pretty
impressive.
Serious. Yeah. Yes. Tomatoes, eggplant, that sort of thing.
Yeah, mine's 20 by 50, so I don't know if you're that big.
Similar.
Yeah.
There's minor raised plants.
Yeah, mine's all in the ground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. So, what's your favorite plant here?
Mine? Oh, I don't have any left because I sold them all. Pineapple plants.
Wait,
like a palm tree?
Pineapple, like the fruit.
Like you can, does it produce
pineapple? It had fruit on it. Yes, it had the leaves, and then it has the pineapple, and on the top it has the other plant. So if you go to this grocery store, you can actually grow them yourself. But I had them. I had probably 48 of them before Easter. People actually bought those before they bought Easter plants. So they didn't buy the daffodils. They didn't buy the hyacinths.
Wow.
They bought something different. So we have a lot of different stuff here. So it's a lot of unique, different things that you won't find.
So the pineapple plant, let's go back to this.
Yep.
So does it, it'll produce a pineapple?
Yep.
And then will it grow again?
Yes, it will.
Oh my God.
So
I thought that only happened in Hawaii.
Yep.
We're in Buffalo.
Yep.
I
have actually orange trees and lemon trees and lime trees up front also. And
Do they survive here?
in the house?
Oh, inside the house.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We've had a lemon tree in the house.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And
And then we have some that are
one lemon.
actually, there's lemon and lime together. So you have lemons and limes on one bush.
Oh, it's like a golden doodle.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a crossbreed.
That makes a heck of a margarita.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, perfect. We could have like a whole fruit garden inside your living room.
Right.
I
right.
have one of each at home also. So at Christmas time, I have bougainvillea and hibiscus and all that. Everything's flowering at Christmas. So, and then if you walk in my house, in different times of the year, the citrus will flower. And when you walk in the house, you smell the citrus from the flower.
Yeah. Now, Adam's Nursery is a destination, right?
Yeah.
Like you don't have to live in Lancaster.
Nope.
People drive all over just to
I
come
get people
here.
coming from everywhere.
Yeah, it's huge.
Oh, yeah.
It's so impressive, enormous.
Yep.
And beautiful pots and garden statues, and I mean, so
What-
much here. Besides
What goes
just
into
plants.
running a nursery?
Yeah. Time. A lot of time.
Yeah.
But it gets hectic in the beginning, trying to, going from winter to spring, and depending on the weather, if it's, we have past couple days been cold at night. So it's kind of, got to pick and choose kind of what goes out and what comes in. And
Got it.
yeah, so you're limited
Got
on
it.
time. So
And I know when we came in here, you were heading into an interview.
Yep.
So you're looking for some seasonal staff.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you looking for? How many people you need? What can we help you find?
Oh, I could use whoever can work. I'm looking for
Do you have a pulse?
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Laborers, anybody with knowledge of plant material, nursery experience, inside, outside. I'm all over cashiers, everything.
Okay.
So,
Okay,
and landscape
good.
division, I'm also
Part-time,
looking.
full-time?
It's the
Both.
season.
Both.
It's the season. So yeah. I just can't get over all of the vibrant colors and the variety and the smells. It's so delicious.
It's like we're at an oxygen
I
bar.
know
I
it.
know.
But
Yeah.
we don't need to be.
Every day I have this. So, but it's
Oh,
nice going
so
from the
lucky.
wintertime to the spring because you have the
Yeah.
smell of dirt and everybody comes in just to get out of if it's snowing outside, they'll come in the greenhouse and just breathe the dirt in.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
You gotta have that smell. So
Amazing.
It is beautiful. Well, I can't wait to get planting. When is the ideal time for people to put their flowers out? Usually around Memorial Day?
it depends. Western New York's a little iffy, so sometimes you just gotta watch the weather. Don't be fooled. Last week, before that it was 60, 70 degrees out,
Right.
and then you gotta
It
look
got
at your
cold.
nighttime temperatures. Daytime, okay. Nighttime is what you have to worry about. So I tell people, if you wanted a begonia or an annual, take it home. Don't plant it in the ground yet, and hold off. Put it outside during the day. Bring it inside at night, and they'll be fine.
Okay.
You can acclimate them to the temperature outside. So if you go from, if it's 50s at night, it's fine.
Do you recommend talking to your plants?
I do.
How about singing?
I sing all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Oh.
Perfect.
A show tune?
I'm definitely
or
going
tell-
home with a new audience.
I'm the Rat Pack. So Dean Martin, Sinatra, and all that good stuff.
Okay, good. And do you think that they are more apt to survive?
All my plants are alive.
Well, I know. I have a feeling you know what you're doing, though. So my singing might, make them
Right, wilt.
quickly.
We'll just say.
quickly. No, this is amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem.
This has really been so fun and so much to see. I can't
So
wait.
much. We're going to walk around a little bit.
Yeah, and I might come back for a consultation.
There you go.
Perfect.
I'm here 7 days a week.
Aw, thanks,
Great.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Paul.
We love a good local beer, and here we are at Brazen Brewery on Genesee and Lancaster.
With Drew.
Drew is the owner.
One of the owners.
Drew Schaub.
Schaub, yep.
What I love most is this is not like the typical look for a brewery. Like you come in, it's like farmhouse chic. Joanna Gaines would love it here.
Chip and Joanna. I could see them throwing back a couple cocktails here. For
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, Drew, it's been really fun kind of getting to know you and hearing of your story about how Brazen Brewery has taken ground here in Lancaster. So tell us, you've been here for how long?
We've been open about a year and a half. It's,
okay.
August of 2022 we opened. So yeah, so we're starting planning our second anniversary party here actually. So,
Fun.
It's exciting, right?
Yep. And you brew all of your own beers right here on site.
Yep. All the beer is brewed by us. We do have, cider and cocktails and, a relatively full bar. Like I was saying to you earlier, the license we have allows us to bring in New York State manufactured products. So we have like Hartman's Distilling, we have Lockhouse, we have Dr. Frank from, out in the Finger Lakes, for wine.
Yeah.
Vice Vineyards from out there. It's all hand selected by me and my wife. We had some fun wine tasting out in the Finger Lakes and found some of the best stuff out there and brought it to Lancaster. So,
what a great business, and I love that you've really kept it local. And I think you were also mentioning that Lancaster residents really support Lancaster businesses, but this is so much more. Like, you don't have to live in Lancaster to come here.
No,
it is. I mean, like, you don't want to miss it. This place is really, really cool.
Thanks.
I like how you play the music so loud in the restroom. That it's a party everywhere.
It's probably a mistake that it's that loud. I need to check on that.
You and your wife are a good team here. So she did the design work.
All the aesthetic is her. All the cocktails are her. The wine list, even the sours. She really drives, all the flavors and combinations of stuff. I got to turn it over to her. She's really the one coming up with a lot of that, direction and stuff, along with our bartending crew, right? I mean, we're really trying to listen to what customers want and really give them what they want. So that's our whole goal with this place.
Yeah,
right?
we've witnessed some cocktails being made.
They look delicious.
Yep, we met the bartender Lenny, and he is a cocktail artist.
And carried 3 drinks away at the same time.
Beautiful and tasty. I mean, he's lucky I didn't have a very long straw, because I probably would have helped myself to it a little bit.
I have the strawberry rhubarb sour.
Yes.
It is
Tell me
delicious.
about it.
I love a sour. It tastes like a strawberry rhubarb pie. I am ready for summer. Anytime you want to get here, Buffalo.
Right? We're ready for the sun. I will tell you, I am drinking right now equal parts. And
What's that?
It is so tasty. It's almost like having a shower, just refreshing.
Okay.
But I did taste their Rough Morning, which is a brew that is made with Great Lakes coffee. Is that right, Jim?
Yeah, Great Lakes Coffee Roasters right down the street from
I
us.
have never heard of that before.
Yeah.
And so it's a nice jolt in the morning. If someone wants their morning beer.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yep. Yes.
I mean, it is a little early, and we're partaking,
It's
right?
That's an appropriate one for this hour.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yep.
Perfect.
And you host events here too? I mean, there's a shower going on.
Yeah, we do bridal showers, rehearsal dinners. We've done, family reunions, reunions for high schools. We've done all that stuff. So we've got.
It's a great place for an event.
Beautiful. You've got the garage doors that open up. You've got a great patio out there.
I mean, I look at the space and it is so inviting for all seasons, right? Because I can see a really awesome holiday party happening. Mm-hmm. And then also when the weather gets nice, opening up those doors and you're looking out and it's beautiful. And super convenient because it's right on Genesee. Mm-hmm. So easy to get to from all directions.
What's next? Any plans? What's going on this summer?
Tell us your secret.
Yeah, so we actually are in the middle of remodeling. Well, not remodeling, but kind of improving our kitchen because Lancaster and, like I said, the surrounding areas have supported us so much that we're expanding. So we're, kind of fixing our kitchen and making a little better throughput. We last year weren't able to offer food in the beer garden, but this summer we're going to. So you'll be able to be out there and, you can order from the bar and we'll be able to get food out to you in the beer garden. So it'll have more of even more outdoor options.
Tell me about the beer garden. Is it just a place to sit out there? You have an outdoor bar?
So no outdoor bar. Maybe in the future. Everybody's pushing me for it, but I only have so much I bit off that I can handle. So beer garden is, straight out our back doors. it's a nice kind of wooded area that, we have a fountain and a pond. We have 3 fire pits out there. We're in the process of building a pergola back there. So all this is coming, end of this year will be, our end of the summer will probably be, done with everything. So
nice. Well, you may not know this, but I am like the cornhole champ. So
we do have cornhole boards.
If you need to bring it for cornhole,
Nice.
just let me know.
Nice. Yeah, we do.
All right, we'll get Rob out here.
Yeah. We did an episode on cornhole. So.
Nice. Yeah, we have outdoor games and stuff, and we got fun stuff for everybody. So,
yeah. Perfect.
Yeah.
Love it.
I can't wait to have some food.
So do you serve lunch and dinner?
Yeah.
Or?
So actually, we're opening for lunch starting next week on Wednesday through Friday. So normally we're only open on Fridays for lunch, but we're opening Wednesday at noon through 9 p.m. on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Fridays and Saturdays are noon to 11, and Sundays 11 to 7. So we do a brunch on Sunday. It's all day, so if you come on out, even at 5 o'clock, you'll be able to have the brunch menu as well. It's in conjunction with our regular menu, so it doesn't matter what time you come.
This would be a nice place to come for Mother's Day.
I think I saw a special Mother's Day brunch,
Special Mother's Day, yeah, it's pretty well sold out unless you're looking at the 3 o'clock time slot. But
late Mother's Day
we do
brunch.
have
I'd
that.
like to sleep in sometimes.
And if you just want to come out afterwards, we're open after those seatings for just regular dinner too. So
great.
Yeah, a lot of options.
Awesome.
Perfect.
How many people do you have on staff here?
I think we're up to about 40 last I looked. So we have a fair bit of good staff. That's a fair bit of people. It's a lot more than we had anticipated when we first started, right? But it's great.
And how many beers do you brew?
So we have 18, including the seltzers, which we make 2. 18 on draft. We have 20 faucets, so there's 2 ciders in addition to that we don't brew, but we bring in. But we're going to be adding 4 more faucets. So we're looking at some more specialty stuff, maybe a beer on nitro. We might be looking at, some different faucet options too for some, specific style based stuff. So we'll have 4 more beers then as well. So it'll be somewhere around like 20, 22.
That's big.
Yeah. We try to keep a good variety.
Yeah. Great.
Yep.
Well, way to go.
Thanks.
And thanks, Lancaster, for supporting this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Love
and
it.
I am, I can't wait to, share this out because I think whether you live in the North Towns, the South Towns, anywhere you should find yourself
Right by the airport.
downtown.
When you pick people up at the airport,
First stop.
stop right here.
First stop.
Right here.
It's crazy. We get a lot of travelers coming from the airport. I've even had truck drivers who come over from the Tops Distribution Center when they take their 10 hours and come over and have a burger.
That's great.
It's
Right?
it's great.
That's great. Well, keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
This is delicious.
Congratulations.
So tasty. Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Oh my gosh, I am so warm and cozy, even though it's raining outside.
It is a dream. It's a dream in here.
Buffalo Spring. This is what we need to be wearing. Even though this is technically a throw, I'm all about it for the spring softball games.
Right. So here we are in Elma. Is it technically Elma where we are?
Elma.
It is Elma.
Okay.
Yes.
Elma and
Perfect.
Lancaster with Jean from Thistle Creek Alpacas. That's really hard to say. Thistle Creek.
Thistle Creek Alpaca Farm. Yes.
Yes.
Perfect. Hi, Jean.
Hi, how are you?
Thanks for
Welcome.
having us
Yeah,
today.
thanks
So
for
glad
having
you could come out and see us today.
And Brad's hiding over here in the corner.
He
We can
is.
see
Yeah, we'll
you.
talk to Brad soon.
Yes.
So I have never been out here.
Okay.
This is a real treat. Just in our little bit of walking into your mobile store, I have fallen in love with this hat. I've fallen in love with a lot of things and I've just taken a quick meander around.
Yes.
So first tell us about how you all, what you offer here at Thistle Creek Alpaca.
So we are a local alpaca farm, and we currently have 35 alpacas. We have been here in Elma for 18 years, raising these lovely creatures. And we offer tours on weekends by appointment. And then we also will take our product here. This is our mobile store and our alpacas out in the community and offer our alpaca fiber products for sale.
Awesome. And I know you mentioned you had some Girl Scouts coming today.
Yes.
So they're earning their badges.
Correct.
Boy Scouts.
Yep, we had a Boy
Great
Scout
idea.
troop here a couple weeks ago, so they learned all about alpacas, and then we built a campfire for them, and they roasted marshmallows and sang songs by our fire pit, so it was really cute.
That's amazing.
Little cold, but it was really cute.
Right?
We might break into song later too.
Right.
We love a campfire song.
I do love a good
absolutely.
alpaca and a campfire.
Yes.
Sign me up. Yes,
We-
please.
We also provide a very large open house every September. It's always the last full weekend in September. We open our doors, and it's to educate the public about how do you take this fiber off the back of an alpaca and make it into all these products. So we bring artists in that work with the fiber, and you've been here before.
Yes.
So we have demonstrations of spinning and felting and dyeing the fiber. It's a big party, and there's been years that we've had over 1,100 people here over the weekend.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So 35 alpacas. Like, I know that we're not supposed to have a favorite,
Yeah.
but do you have
There's some
someone
that
that
are
you're like-
there are some that have special places in my heart. I can't lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
And did you grow up with alpacas?
Nope.
Like, how
So
did
nope.
you get into the
So
business?
we were people that lived in the burbs. So I grew up in North Tonawanda. My husband grew up in West Seneca. We are a blended family. He took me to the Cattaraugus County Fair. Probably it's been about 23, 25 years ago now. And I saw an alpaca for the first time and I fell in love. We weren't even married at that point. So
You fell in love with him or the alpaca?
well, but,
Or
yeah,
both?
both. Yeah. So I was
You're
just,
like, you're pretty good with
Yeah,
that alpaca.
but I was just, enamored with these animals, and we learned about them, and I talked about them forever and did all this research. And so, fast forward, we got married. We have 5 kids between us. So we truly moved out here to Elma onto this property because that farmhouse had 5 bedrooms. But it had this old barn over here, and when we got here, it was very sad. And we learned the history of our property, and it had been a dairy farm, and it seemed sad that it just didn't have anything here living, creatures living on the farm. So for our first anniversary, my husband surprised me, and he bought me 4 boy alpacas. And that was
You're a
the
keeper.
He is, yes.
It's romantic.
And it is romantic. And as a matter of fact, today's my anniversary. Am I getting more?
Stop it! We're here on your anniversary.
You are, yes.
Oh, happy anniversary!
Yes.
That's
Oh
exciting.
my God.
Maybe one will be born today.
Maybe.
Maybe I'll get another one.
So then those were 4 boys. And again, we were not of agricultural background. So even though I'm a registered nurse in my other life, and, I feel that I'm a pretty intelligent woman, but, you wanted to make sure that we were raising these animals properly and we're doing
Sure.
what we needed to do. So that we did that for the first year. And then we bought out a farm going out of business, and we got males and females, and we started breeding, and we've never looked back. Halfway, I would say maybe 10, 15 years ago, we actually started rescuing. So like dogs and cats and horses, alpacas now need to be rescued as well.
People get into it.
They
and
do.
They just
They
don't
don't-
know
well,
what.
They don't realize what's involved, or divorce happens, cancer happens. There's all different reasons for people to not be able to care for their animals.
Right.
So while you say 35 is a good number of alpacas, at one time we actually had 122 here when we were
boy.
rescuing all the time.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. And so what does that involve? Like, so when you had that many on your farm,
It means you feed a
would
lot
you-
of hay.
You give them a lot and then find
Yeah.
them homes?
Correct,
And then
yes.
they go to
Yes.
good homes.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
So what we would do is in many instances, they were nutritionally deficient. They would probably have some issues with parasites. Any animal that grazes has parasites. So if their worming medications weren't kept up, they would have an overgrowth. So our goal was always to get them healthy and
Yeah.
then move them on to farms that,
Nice.
would care for them.
yeah.
Yes. So we were talking about there's some different kinds of fur
Fiber.
on the fiber on the alpacas that are used for different products.
Correct.
So Marnie's got one, you've got one. I've
Okay,
got
let
one.
me talk about this because apparently maybe people in the pod squad know that
I knew.
you knew. I did not know that alpacas can make these wonderful
They can.
dryer balls. So
Yeah.
when you're doing laundry and you are using dryer sheets, which are bad.
They are very bad for us. Lots
for
of
the
chemicals.
environment, for our
your
bodies,
skin.
for
Not only that,
everybody.
and your dryer. So they
Yeah.
also will coat your dryer and it can catch on fire.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen. So tell us about the balls,
So,
what they do.
These are felted alpaca dryer balls.
They're fun.
And so you would use 3 of these in your laundry. And what happens is they're pretty heavy, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is as your dryer spins, they bounce around in your dryer. They're separating your clothing. So the air is getting to all sides. It's going to reduce the amount of dry time by about maybe 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's going to absorb static. And if you do like to have a scent in your laundry, you would put a few drops of essential oils on there. They will last forever. In time, they're going to look very ugly because they'll get pills on them, but they will still work. When they themselves absorb so much static that there's too staticky to work, all you do is take them, you use 3 at a time, put them back in your laundry. I usually put them in with my jeans and wash them. That recharges them and they're good to go.
That's amazing.
You have to be careful the dogs don't get them.
Yes.
Okay.
correct.
All right.
Love them.
Dogs do think that they are a ball. So.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm going to get 3 today.
Right.
And then I'm going to go home and I'm going to do laundry.
There you go.
And I'm so excited.
This is from the bottom of
It
the
is. So,
alpaca.
So this is an example of an alpaca. And when we shear the alpaca, and we're just getting ready to shear, we shear the Friday before Memorial Day. What happens is the shearer
that'd be
comes
fun.
in, and what they do is first they take the fiber off the back. That is going to be your softest fiber. That's what you're going to make into clothing that is going to be next to your skin.
Got it.
What is on the neck here?
Like this? This is so soft.
So that is hide. So we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
That's not shorn.
Okay.
So this on the neck is just a little bit more coarse, but it still has a purpose. Everything on them is usable. What the neck we make yarn from, and we also will make some felted products. But then down here on the legs, this is the most coarse fiber. It's dirty. We wash it up. It gets cleaned and then it gets felted. So a felting needle looks sort of like a fish hook, but it's straight and has barbs on it. So what happens is as that needle goes up and down through the fiber, let me show you some fiber. So this would be fiber. You would have a felted needle going up and down. And what it does is it creates a solid piece of material. So you can then make the dryer balls, or we have insoles.
Shoes, these are fantastic.
They are. So these are insoles. These are done on a commercial level at our mill. They have a machine that has thousands of those needles, and they're making big sheets of felt.
Wow.
And
So
then
if
they
you spend time during the winter outside,
Yes.
Right.
you
yes.
put these in
This
your
is-
boots. So if you're a horseback rider, a hunter,
Yes.
like anybody who spends
fishing. Yep.
fishing,
Mhm. Hiking even.
they keep you warm.
So some
Or if you're just like a spectator,
correct.
Maybe.
Yes.
right? You just have to be outside.
But I think we should talk about the amazing properties of alpaca fiber.
Yeah.
So when tested in the laboratory, alpaca fiber is warmer than either sheep's wool or cashmere. It will wick away moisture. It's naturally bacteriostatic, which means it repels bacteria. And it's also fire resistant. So you can actually take a match and hold it to fiber. It takes a long time for it to actually start to burn. So it has some fantastic properties.
You could kick those feet up at the campfire and not worry about them setting on fire.
You got it.
No, that's so interesting. It's so great. So where's your mill?
Our mill is in Fall River, Massachusetts. They are the ones that make the clothing. Now, the business model is they take fiber from all alpaca farms in the United States, and they do blend it. We do not get 100% of our own fiber back, but that is the business model that allows all, sorry, I have a hair in my mouth, that allows all alpaca farms in the United States to make a product. For us, it wouldn't be an issue because we have a lot of alpaca. We have a lot of fiber that goes. But you might have the family farm down the street that say has only 3 white alpaca. They want to be able to help support themselves by selling a product. So if they send their fiber in, they can then receive back the various products that you see, the hats, the gloves, the scarves, the socks.
Yeah.
And they can then go out into the community and they can sell those products to help support their little family farm.
Yeah. So where can people find your mobile? Where do you go?
Right.
So we post where we're going to be in the community, either on Instagram or on Facebook. And we have farm pages under Thistle Creek Alpaca Farm or Thistle Creek Farm. This time of year, we're just starting to gear up and start going out in the public. We have our big open house in September that they come here, or if people want to shop and don't see us out in the community, you can call us and then we'll set up an appointment and you can come shop in our mobile store.
That's great. Is there a creek on property?
There's a creek in back.
Buffalo Creek.
It's Buffalo Creek, but I'm of Scottish descent, so I wanted it all to be Scottish. So the Scottish thistle, the Celtic knot, and thistle alpaca, it needed something else. So we added the creek in there.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I was just looking at this fiber and I used to have a husky.
Oh, okay.
And it reminds me of like the chunks that used to come off.
So this is my demonstration for people that want to know the difference between alpaca fiber and sheep's wool.
Oh.
So alpaca is a dry fiber. This is raw alpaca fiber. So if you feel that, super soft, it's been washed, but that's all that's been done to it.
So soft.
Right. This, on the other hand, is sheep's wool. And that has the grease and the lanolin in it. And so to process sheep's wool, you actually almost have to boil it to get that oil and things. And most people who have sensitivities to sheep's wool, it's usually because of those oils. Where alpaca does not have that.
So soft.
Yes.
So soft.
Love it.
Yep.
Amazing.
It's considered a luxury fiber, comparable to cashmere.
Cashmere.
Yep. Yeah, when it's processed correctly.
Wow.
Yep.
Gorgeous.
So
And
then-
you've got tons of things in
We
here.
do.
You've got
know.
hats and scarves and socks and
I mean,
gloves
most people come to us looking for socks. That's what most people know about alpaca fiber. They know they're an extremely warm sock. But we always say that alpaca socks are the gateway drug into alpaca clothing because you start with socks and then you want to try something else.
Wow.
Now, the fur products we do bring in. We do not have an American fur vendor.
But are they alpaca?
It is alpaca,
Oh.
yep. So it just comes out of South America. So alpacas are indigenous to,
that's very Scottish.
yes,
That's
Peru,
very- that's
Bolivia,
very Scottish.
Chile. And in South America, alpacas are food. And so the ones that are utilized for food, they then use the hides to make the slippers and the fur products.
Okay, who's this guy?
That is an alpaca sloth.
I know, it's a sloth, right?
It is a sloth, but made with alpaca fiber. Everything in here is alpaca fiber.
Yep.
Just
we
in
have-
the detailing on this. So, I mean, some of the fiber is really
Right.
very fine.
It
Yeah.
is, yes.
Yeah.
Detailing.
But
Beautiful.
like humans, they have differences in their fiber as well.
Yep.
You know, some produce more fiber than others. Some is thicker, some is thinner. And then as they age, it gets a little more coarse, but it still has a use. Even their manure is usable. So what we do is we take their manure, we compost it for 2 years. It breaks down into this luxurious black soil, and we're able to grow amazing things in it.
Wow.
So everything, they're very green animals.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't wait to get into the
I know. I want to meet the alpacas. They're
All right.
friendly, right?
They are
Alpacas are
friendly.
friendly.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. They don't, spit at you. Or
They have the ability to spit.
Oh, okay. Don't make eye
But-
contact.
So anything they're part of the camelid family. So
They are.
anything that's a camelid can spit.
Okay.
But most people will associate spitting with llamas.
Llamas.
Yeah.
Right.
Camels are the largest, then the llama, then the alpaca. And in South America, there's two even smaller, the vicuña and the guanaco.
Oh.
Those are all in the camelid family.
So how big is an alpaca?
They go about 150, 200 pounds.
Oh.
When you're ready, we'll go see them.
Let's go
Okay.
see
Okay,
'em.
let's go see them. Perfect.
Look at you.
She's looking for her bottle. So she
You're
was
a
our baby from last
star.
year. Her name is Maple. And they all have names. And her mama was a first-time mom. And she did not produce enough milk. So she still, I know, you're looking for your bottle. She still gets a bottle twice a day. Right? And she's growing. So that's good. So she's a baby from last year. We only had two. See, she's sucking on my finger.
Aww.
And this is the other baby right here. That's Kimmy.
Can we?
So
Can we?
yeah, if they
pet
come
them?
to, yeah. So we
Do
have
they
some that
bite?
are no. Mm-mm. So can I show your teeth? She's like, nope. Can I show your teeth? So they only have teeth on the bottom. See? And then they have a hard palate here. And so what that does is their teeth should align with their palate, and that allows them to trap grass when they're grazing.
Hi.
So those are two of our friendly girls. This is Monique.
So soft.
So
This is Monique, and that is Cheerio.
I want one.
Yeah. Well, we could help with that.
Oh my god.
And we started a few families on their alpaca journey. I know you want your
Would
milk.
I have to keep them in a barn, or could I just keep them in the house with me?
No, because they are livestock and they would definitely smell. So they are cute. And unfortunately, even though you do see Instagram or TikTok videos of people putting them in their houses, that is not to be done. They are definitely a livestock. So our girl over in the corner there with the coat on, she's our oldest alpaca. She was a rescue. She is going on 22 years old.
Wow.
And alpacas,
what are their lifespan? Yeah.
they live until late teens, early 20s. So do not nibble. Sometimes they'll nibble. They love women because they like the products that we use. They like the scents.
Hi, guys.
We do try to use Western or names that are synonymous with something in Western New York. Kimmy's actual name is Kimmelwick because again, Western New York. We have a Maid of the Mist. We've had a Skidjequita, which is fun. So when we go out and we do alpaca shows, it's fun, to take a little bit of Western New York with us. Right?
Yes.
And then the ones that we have brought in from other places obviously don't have Western New York names. But Cheerio is, my city smells like Cheerios.
Yes,
That's how she became Cheerio. Yes. Maple was the exception because when Maple was getting her bottles, she would only take her bottle if it had maple syrup in it. So we're like, guess her name's going to be Maple.
Judd has that same
Oh,
situation.
yeah. Judd would love a bottle of maple syrup.
She's like, you've got all that equipment. So they come in 22 different colors. That is every color from white to black and every color in between. And then
And you sell you sell an alpaca too?
Yep. We just had 5 alpacas that just went to Massachusetts. There was a gentleman who's a nurse. He's a hospice nurse, and he created a faith farm. So people in hospice can come to his farm and view the animals and have peace. And he had goats and sheep, but he didn't have alpacas. So 5 of our alpacas just went there for that. So that's neat. They're in there because they get extra food. So that's why they're hanging out in there. The mama with the red tag on her neck, she is Kimmy's mom. And she's just lost so much weight from nursing that she needs extra food.
Okay.
And then, as I said, Olivia, who has the coat on, she's the one that's almost 22. And the baby in between, she was just on the skinny side, so she needed some extra feed. So that's why they're in there. We feed them in the morning and then again in the evening time.
And they get hay and grain.
Yes. So they need a good quality hay, like a horse hay.
Yep.
They like her. You don't want to. That one right there. She's the one that's due. She's a little miserable.
This one?
Yep.
Oh, you're so nice to me.
So she would be one you would want to probably step away from.
Hi.
So
Hi. This one likes me.
they need a high quality horse hay.
Hello.
So a second cut. They're a little fussy. And when we first started out, we really tried to feed them first cut hay and that they would not eat it. So they like a finer hay. Nice. So Timothy and orchard grass, they get about a cup each of grain that is specially formulated for them. We have that made at Pierce Mill in Delavan.
Okay.
And then got to make sure that their water's clean. So that's about it. It takes, I would say, less than an hour to take care of them a day.
Is there a special treat that they like? You know how horses, you can give them apples
baby carrots
or carrots. Yeah,
but either carrots or apples, but you have to cut them for them up, into pieces. Right. And then you're cleaning up manure. So that's about their chores for the day. These are the boys over here. These are the girls over here. They do not interact until you want more. They have a very short reproductive cycle. Okay. So that's why they're separated.
Okay, got it.
Yes. Gestation.
Yeah, leave them wanting more.
Yes. Gestation is 11 and a half months. So you get 1 a year. They can make twins. In most instances, they can't carry the twins to full term. As you look at them, they're just not a large animal. Most of what you're seeing here is fiber. So if you put your fingers down in here to her backbone, you see most of this is fiber on her. Yeah, once that fiber is off, you got about 150-pound animal. So once the twins, a normal cria, a cria is a baby alpaca, they're about 13 to 15 pounds. Aww. So you put 2 of them in there, there's just not enough room. Right. So they'll
this is like a pillow.
Correct. Yes. And again, like humans, some produce more fiber than others. They'll probably about 6 inches of fiber on most of them by the time we shear. Let's see, other fun fact is they have potty spots. So they have bathrooms out in the pasture and in here.
Hi, everyone.
And so they will all go to one spot, which makes it nice for cleaning up.
Hi.
So like horses and cows go everywhere.
Is this the baby right here?
Yeah.
Oh.
Maple, do you want your baba?
Come on, you want your baba?
Maple, and she knows baba.
You want the baba?
She goes, I do, but I'm not sure who you people are. Do you want your baba?
Here. Come here.
You want your baba?
Oh, it's nice and warm too. They heat it up for you.
Yeah, she's pretty spoiled.
You are very well taken care of, alpaca.
Yeah, they're pretty spoiled.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. And
What a baby.
and like toddlers, we're trying to transition her over to grain. So we now dissolve grain in with her milk to give her, that taste of grain to try and transition her. So like you put cereal in a tot.
Yeah,
Right,
sure.
right.
Yeah.
Sure. So how old is she?
She
you
will
say?
be a year and a couple weeks. Yeah. So she's 11 months old.
Look at all their other faces. They're like, "Where's my baba?"
Well, yeah. Well,
Where's my baba?
they're looking for their grain.
Hey, she's really going to town. Can I have some? I want to try.
You sure can.
Hi.
Too high, too high.
Too high. Down low with the baba.
Yeah, tip it up.
Okay. Wow.
It's been a long time since we had
Yeah.
babies.
Wow.
Me too. And that's okay. Now I just have grandkids.
They are very sweet.
They are.
Oh wait, what is happening?
Oh, so she's just getting down to the grain. Let's see.
Okay. Oh,
And
there we go.
Yep, it's all gone, sweetheart.
There we go. Wow.
All gone.
Record time.
Yep.
You slammed it. Way to go.
She's like, but I want more. Where's more?
That's all I got. That's all I got.
So what other questions do you have?
Are they? Oh, was that a little spit?
So spitting, we did talk about that briefly. Yeah. So for them, there's 2 things they can do to defend themselves. They can kick and they can spit. That's it. And they can run fast. But they really
do
have.
They run fast?
Yes. That's why you always check your fences and make sure that they are in good shape, because once they get out, they are very hard to catch. And truly that is all they can do. That's why they spit, is they're feeling stressed for some reason. Usually they're spitting at each other. So like when you're gone and I bring their grain in here to feed them, they'll spit at each other and say, it's like, back off. It's mine. Yeah. Get out of my way.
I sometimes get that way when I get hangry.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we have a couple that have propensity towards spitting. We don't take them in public. So like when we go out and about, we have our PR animals that are very interactive with people. We actually had a baby that was born on the Roycroft campus one time. Wow. So we had a mom that was extremely overdue when we were doing one of their events, and I had no one to come and check on her during the day. So we loaded her up and we took her with us to the event, and right there under the tree by the powerhouse, she had never was I so happy to have a normal delivery with 60 people around my fence watching.
Wow. So do they deliver the baby?
Yeah. So I'm an ex-labor and delivery nurse. They pretty much do it themselves. You just have to be aware that everything's progressing normally, just like with a human. Right. They can have dystocias, which means that, an arm might be in the wrong position and it's preventing them from being birthed. And then sometimes you'll actually have to glove up and go in and just reposition that leg to get them to come out.
They are beautiful. They are so sweet.
They got those big eyes. And as I said, we'll be shearing them shortly. And then what we do is their fiber is divided by color, and then it goes to the mill. We use 2 mills. I don't think I told you that before. One makes the clothing, one makes our yarn and roving. So they go many different places.
And then, so if I was to go into a yarn shop, is it usually separated by like?
You could ask, but that's going to be
alpaca yarn versus the wool yarn.
Yes, and you will find though that alpaca yarn made locally is probably going to be of a higher quality than what you'll find in a yarn shop. Most alpaca yarn coming into the country is usually produced in Peru or Chile. And it doesn't have the same quality of what we're making here.
But if we wanted to buy your yarn, we get it from your store?
Correct.
Okay,
yes.
got it.
Yep.
you ever put bow ties and top hats on them?
We have dressed them up. We have done weddings. So no, we have, because we have done weddings. We have dressed them up, and we did a couple weddings during COVID in backyards with them there. And
Oh, for a second I thought you meant like you had like them marry each other.
No.
I mean,
You just have COVID entertainment.
You
like,
can't have
hey.
guests. You might as well
Correct.
invite the alpacas.
Correct. But people had so many backyard weddings during that time.
Yeah.
So they, for something extra, they would have us bring them over.
Yeah.
And then we usually would make floral lays that were to put on them that were their colors for the wedding, and dress them all up, put pearls on the girls, and
Pearls on the girls. That is so cute.
Now I wanted
I love-
alpacas so bad.
Come
Come
on
on in. Come on in.
This one is so pretty, this like chestnut color.
yes, that's Bon Bon. So here's a fun story. So Bon Bon was an orphan. So we bought her from my friend, and her mom died shortly after birth, and she was a bottle-fed cria. A couple of years ago, I lost my favorite alpaca. She birthed, and she had a complication, and even though the vet worked on her for 3 hours, she still died overnight. So we had a baby that we needed to feed.
Aww.
When you have an orphan, you end up feeding your babies every 2 hours, just like a human baby. She took the bottle for about 6 days, and then all of a sudden she stopped taking the bottle. We could not figure out why, because she doesn't have a mother to nurse from. And lo and behold, Bon Bon, that chestnut one you were just looking at, even though she's never had a baby, she produced milk and started feeding that orphan. So we called our vet. She got some medication to stimulate that milk production. And my vet said, this doesn't ever happen. This is sort of a miracle, and we're not going to question it. And she raised that baby like it was her own.
Oh,
Bon Bon. You're a good.
Well,
Wow,
Bon
you're an
Bon's
angel. You're a mama.
Yep, Bon Bon's a character. So we put up with her quirkiness because, she fed that baby. And now she's gone on to feed other crias, other moms' babies. And that's not something you normally see in alpaca. Usually a dam, who's the mom, will not take on another cria.
Wow.
So
has she had a baby of her own?
she's having one this year.
Oh, she is.
Yes. So it'll be interesting.
They're very friendly. I've never
Yeah.
been in the middle of this many.
Yeah.
You're like you're the
Alpacas.
alpaca whisperer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they love you.
I love
I think
them.
they're really connected to the stripes.
Maybe. Yes.
I love
They
them.
know.
So we do like the gray ones. So you do see a lot of gray. It's just our own personal
Look, they
color
are. They're
preference.
speedy.
Yeah,
They're like little
they are,
puppies.
yes. So our neighbor,
like
shortly
this
after
baby.
moving in, here's a good story. Our neighbor, shortly after moving in, called us one Monday morning before 7 o'clock, which is never good. And he's like, one of your alpacas is in my backyard. So normally they don't, in all the years we've done this, they have never jumped a fence. But for some reason, I have a new neighbor, they decided to jump the fence. So that's why I say once they get out of the fences, we chased her for 2 hours trying to get her back in here.
Oh, no. And they don't just come with grain like
No.
the horse does.
Yes. That's Cheerio.
This one right here?
Yep. Well, she's got the gray neck.
Yeah.
Well, if you want to go on a vacation, you call Marnie and I, and we will absolutely come for a week and take care of you.
Cheerio really likes you.
I like you.
Yep. She's
Yeah,
pretty
we'll come
friendly.
for a week. Yeah.
There you go.
We got
Yeah,
you.
it'd be
Well,
hard, it'd be hard to
we
take
are-
a vacation.
We're getting ready we have an in-law apartment that's no longer being used as such. And we're getting ready to develop that as an Airbnb for people to come and stay on an alpaca farm and learn about alpaca.
Oh.
So it's not ready yet, but it will be coming in
Yeah.
the future.
That's
Nice.
amazing. Perfect.
Brad, when you bought 4 alpacas, did you think it would turn into this?
No.
Surprise!
He'll tell everyone it's all her.
Hi,
So-
Cheerio. Hi.
But,
Hi.
as I said, I'm a nurse, and you can have the worst day in the world. And I always call this my Zen barn. So when the day is horrible or life is horrible, you
Hi.
come out here and that all goes away. There's just something very calming about them.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you so much,
You're
Jean, for
welcome.
taking the
For having
time.
Thank you for
and
coming out to see us.
letting us hang out with
And,
these alpacas. They're
you know,
beautiful.
Please come back for
sweet
open
animals.
house. I think you'd learn lots.
September.
And
is
I
that
can
right?
actually give you the exact date if you give me 1 second.
Yes. Give us the date and we're going to follow you, right?
Super.
We'll follow you on all the
Yes.
social media stuff. And
And we're going to go make
It's-
some purchases.
yeah,
Because we're very good
I
at
know.
that. If we can't take home an alpaca today, we can take home.
There you go.
I
at
can
least
So
wear
open
socks.
house.
wear something.
So open house this year will be September 28th and 29th.
Great.
All right.
And it will be right here from 10 to 5, both days. We've been doing open houses now for, I think, 17 years. This will be our 17th. So we had a year
Amazing.
off for
And
COVID.
What's the address on Ostrander?
1091 Ostrander.
Okay. In Elma.
Yep. And we are
East
Aurora mailing address, but physically located in Elma.
In Elma.
Okay.
I didn't have any trouble with the GPS
Good.
finding.
Yep.
So
Okay.
plug it in.
Great.
Any questions, they can either call myself or my husband. You Google us. Our phone numbers are right on Google.
Great. Thanks, Jean.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Brad.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
It's been great. Thanks, Cheerio, Bon Bon. All my new fans.
Yeah.
Love
We
you
needed
all.
some new followers.
Yeah, we need some new followers.
Yeah.
So go ahead, like us,
Yes.
friend us. What an amazing day we just had. We saw alpacas.
Such an adventure. I could get right in with that Cheerio. Oh, I want to take
I
her
love that
home.
bonbon. The bonbon that was like mama to like the orphans.
I know. That was this very sweet story.
Jean and Brad.
And on their anniversary, how nice of them to invite us.
I felt like we were doing something special,
Yeah.
right? And I got some like fingerless gloves.
I know. Those hats.
Oh, those hats
We
were
do
so
love a good
soft
hat.
and furry. I learned a lot about alpacas, about the fibers and the process.
Mm-hmm.
It was really interesting. And I am my next knitting project is I'm gonna use the alpaca yarn.
Look at you.
I know.
How long do you think it'll take before that?
Well, I'm still working on the same scarf that I've been working on for the last 5 years. So get back to me in another 2. But
And
yeah.
Brazen Brewery.
Yum.
Oh, get there and try the strawberry rhubarb sour. I love a sour beer. That one did not disappoint.
Yeah, that was good. The one I had, it was great as well. Do you remember the name of it?
Did you get the half?
I don't know. The one I tried a couple. The Rough Morning, which is mixed with is brewed
coffee.
with a coffee bean from Great Lakes Coffee. That is a real jolt to wake you up in the morning. I mean, I'm not recommending you have this beer at 6 a.m. by any means, but if you're day drinking, you need a little coffee pick me up.
Right. Even an early afternoon.
You know what? No one's judging. No one's judging
Especially
here.
us.
Yeah. And then we also grabbed lunch there.
Yep. Great lunch.
Good. Very good. I'm excited for it to get a little warmer to check out that beer garden outside.
Yes. The
Yeah.
patio.
Yeah.
And if you happen to not have anything to do for Mother's Day, they still have the brunch available. They had a couple seatings at 3:00 still left. So
Yeah. And I think that it's just a cool place to swing by if you're picking someone up from the airport, and if you're part of Lancaster, if you're in the neighborhood, if you're just driving through, it's definitely a destination that you should make a point to go to.
definitely.
Yeah, we talked to Drew and his wife Ashley. They're lovely. So yeah, that was
Nice.
amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Very aesthetically pleasing, as our girls would say.
Yeah.
Very aesthetic.
Yes. And then here we are at
I
Adam's
mean,
Nursery.
Color,
and it is-
color.
It is inspiring me to do some planting. Maybe you can cheat a little bit and get these pre-planted pots and just hang them, or you can get the seeds and really grow them from the ground up. I think I might do a little of both.
Really?
I mean-
Judd's the expert on seed to table, not me.
Green
Not me.
thumb. Who knows? Maybe in my
I-
future. I mean, it hasn't been, but I think with Judd's help, J-Love, he might help me.
Maybe. Yeah, I like the already assorted gardens and just pop them right on your front step.
I actually didn't even know that was an option.
Mhm.
If I knew it was that easy,
Yeah.
probably wouldn't have taken me so long to be able to really landscape my own
Right.
house.
I know.
There's so much here though. There's also a lot of different kind of accessories. Like if you want a flamingo
It's here, or a buffalo.
or one of those colorful kites,
Whirligig, like a whirligig.
They have everything. They have it all. Watering cans.
We might not be experts on the gardening, but we're hoping that they're going to make us into experts here.
And I think all these colors will make some good photo ops.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
there's that. Yeah.
All right, Pod Squad.
Well, it's been so much fun.
Great day.
Enjoy your May, and we will see you all in June.
That's right.
Peace
Spring
out.
into bloom.